Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. Uh, I I pressed the wrong button trying to get my camera to work, and so it ended our live stream. So I'm praying that you all can log on to just me going live. That means everybody sees it. We're private in this room. However, it's okay. We will talk to everyone, and maybe that's how God wanted it to be. So thank you for joining me today. Hopefully everybody who signed up will see my message and will log on. I'm actually going to go live in Facebook because this was a mess up. Ah, things happen. I know. So I'm sorry. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try to go live in Facebook because again, technical difficulties and they happen and I prayed against them and sure enough, as soon as I did, it went away or went awry. So, well, and I said this, and maybe this is God's way of telling me, no, you're going to do something else. Because I said that I was not going to put this on Facebook Live. How about that? And I guess he had other plans. So that's how we're going to look at it. And we're going to move forward. So bear with me. Okay, let's go live on Facebook. Even though that's not what we wanted to do, we're going to do it anyway, right? Okay. So hopefully some of you can come in. If you saw my post, I hope you saw my post that unfortunately trying to get my web camera to work, I clicked the wrong link and it ended our session on YouTube. So I'm just going live on my regular YouTube page, live here on Facebook. So if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. And I apologize for the confusion. We're going to get this thing right. So for those of you who are clicking the link, I hope and pray that you see my message that says that we are going just live. So hopefully you can click on the link that is my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/C/textures hair care. If not, we're on Facebook Live and we're just going to get started because I don't want to waste any more of your time. I've already had a mess up this morning and we did not start promptly at 11 like we were going to, but maybe it's the case that God had other plans, right? Okay, so hopefully I'm in frame and I may look over to the side a little bit while we're doing this. Facebook, I hope you can see so my name is Ashley. I am the owner and stylist of Textures Hair Care LLC and creator of Serenity Naturals Hair Care. This is the Mommy and Me Style My Natural Hair series, the first of many. We have another one coming up in June on June 29th. And thank you so much for registering for this event because you will also get an opportunity to get the coupon code for the next one. So thank you so much for registering. I really, truly appreciate it. Just to give you a little bit of background as to why I'm doing this, and hopefully we'll get some more people in here. The Lord just gave me this "you are supposed to teach" message, and I had no clue that that's what I was supposed to be doing because all I wanted to do was do hair. I wanted to sit behind my chair and do hair. And he said, no, you're supposed to be doing something else. You think bigger, you're thinking too small. And he said that to me a couple of times through a couple of different people, including my husband, and I had no idea what was happening and what was going on. So I I just realized that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm very passionate about educating my clients, and I do it every day without even knowing, without even realizing that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's my passion, it's what I love. So that's what came about with this, was to just help moms and naturals to understand how to do natural hair for themselves as well as their kids. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean your daughters only, that's also including your sons as well. And even your husbands, because there are some women whose husbands have like locks or, wear braids and stuff like that. So I want to take the time to teach you how to properly manage your hair and to do it the right way, what products to use, so forth and so on. So here we go. Okay. And I have people trying to figure out where I am. Okay. So we're going to start with a couple of things. Hold on one second. Okay. So we're going to start with a couple of things, and I apologize for the interruptions and the mix-ups, especially because this is not the way we were supposed to be doing it, but that's okay. So I want to start with how to detangle the hair. But before we do that, I want to make sure that I let you know and that you understand what tools to use. Now, a lot of people, when they're detangling the hair, they always go to, oh, I need to use a wide tooth comb. And it's true, you do need a wide tooth comb, but there's a difference between wide tooth comb and the gaps that are wide in between the teeth of the comb. What I mean by that, and I'm just going to show you that most people go to combs that look like this. These are truly wide tooth combs. The teeth are wide, if you can see. Okay. But they're also, the spaces in between are wide as well. When you're starting out detangling, you don't want to start here first. The reason why is because these tools are going to not hit all of the tangles. They're going to miss some tangles because a lot of times, most of us have between a 3B, 4C type hair type, and the tangles are a little bit tighter. So when you go in, you're going to get let's see if I can show you a little bit better. You're going to get what's on the outside, but not necessarily get deep enough to get this part in here. So you want to make sure that you're actually combing through with something else. So my suggestion is always to start with a comb whose teeth are still wide, but they're closer together. This is going to allow you to get in between those places where you see how my finger stops here. It's going to allow you to get in there really good. And you can start at the ends where most of the tangles begin and work your way up better with this first than this one. So this one is gonna, we want to start off here always. Now, I know some people say, well, this one isn't necessarily a wide tooth comb. It is. Because in your mind, you're thinking that this comb, because it's spaced wide, that this is the accurate wide tooth comb, but the case that it actually is that these are wide tooth as well because the teeth are wide. That's what they mean about it, is the teeth. So in comparison, what you want to use is these and not these. Now these combs are not wide tooth at all. And you can be really good, sure. But at the same time, you're going to pull the hair more with these than you would with these. So we're gonna start, and I'm just gonna put my tools here so that I have them handy. I'm gonna show you the proper way to detangle. A lot of times when we say it's wash day, we go straight from taking our hair down to the shampoo bowl. You want to make sure that you are using some type of moisture on the hair to detangle first. So taking this lovely young lady here, and I hope you guys on Facebook can see me. Uh-oh. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and spray her down. Now, what's in my spray bottle, and this is something you can use, everyday use, you can find these things at your local Whole Foods or Earth Fare or whatever you have near you that's a natural food store. This has about half water, a third cup of whole leaf aloe vera juice, not gel, and it also has oil in it. And of course, a little shameless plug, Serenity Naturals hair growth oil. And that's what's in here. For those of you who don't know, Serenity Naturals is my hair product. I think I introduced that at the beginning, but I want to make sure you know that. Little shameless plug. So what we're going to do is we're going to wet, if she will work, we will wet the hair down really well. And if you're just joining us, I apologize for the technical difficulties. We had to go just regular live, and maybe that's the way God wanted us to do it. So if you're on Facebook, thank you for joining us. If you're on YouTube, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. This is our Mommy and Me free webinar, and the Lord just told us today that it should be free for everybody. So here we go. All right. So what you want to do is first finger detangle. I do not like to use combs first. I think that separating with your hands or with your fingers is so much better than starting with the comb. You allow yourself as well as your child to be a little bit more comfortable, unless you're heavy-handed, with just taking your fingers and just separating the curls very gently. You don't want to go in and start digging. You want to just gently separate the curls. And as I'm separating, I'm also sectioning off the hair because we're going to prepare for her hair to be washed. Okay, so this is what you need to do on wash days. It's not just let's just go from the style, take it down, and go straight to the hair bowl or shower or whatever. And some people will argue, oh, I do my detangling better in the shower, and that's great. I used to be the same way, but it takes more time. So I would suggest doing it this way, especially if you have children, because this allows for you to kind of cheat a little bit. So you want to go ahead, excuse me, and detangle or section, sorry. You're still finger detangling as you section the hair off. So for the sake of our video, we're going to pretend like we finger detangled thoroughly. Okay. And so now I'm going to go ahead and section it even more within my section. And I'm going to start detangling the bottom. Now, I sprayed a little bit, but if you need more, you can always put a little bit more. The great thing about this aloe vera gel or juice, excuse me, and the oil is they work together to create a little bit of slip so that you get an opportunity to comb through the curl a little bit better than if you just had water in there. Okay, so we're gonna separate just a little bit. And then now I'm gonna take my comb. Now, if you're someone who starts from the top to detangle, you're doing it wrong. What you wanna do is always start from the bottom and work your way up. Hopefully you all can see this. And as I hit a tangle, I'm bringing it back down. I'm not like hitting the tangle and staying back up there and working my way up, because then you end up back combing and creating more tangles. So you want to just kind of go down, keep working our way up. And you may have to hold the hair where you're tangling so that you're not pulling the root. What you don't want to do, especially for kids, and my kids are tender-headed, Jesus. And so when you get to that snag that's right here, hold the hair, not tightly, but enough so that you're taking the pressure off the scalp while you're detangling. Okay? And now our area is nice and detangled. Look at her curl. I didn't even know she had curls like that. Okay. And then we're just going to keep doing that throughout the hair. I'm going to show you one more time. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. And again, we're holding in place so that we're not putting a lot of tension on the scalp. I may look over to the side because I just want to see what YouTube is doing. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for joining me. I'm so sorry that that link didn't work. Oh, her hair is nice, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm like feeling her curl. Okay. And so now we detangled the hair. Now, I'm not going to detangle her whole head. We're going to talk now about moisturizing for the sake of time. Okay. So when you, well, before we get there, I'm sorry. We're going to talk about what to use on the hair when you shampoo. So a lot of times people will go into the store and see something that says it's 100% natural and just assume that we're good. And reading the back of the labels is important, but at the same time, I feel like we all need a translator. So I'm just going to give you this because I feel like it's important and it's my duty to share with you what I use and what I would endorse for myself as well as my kids. But what I also suggest that you do before you purchase an item is to look at the back of the bottle and read it. And if there's a word you see that you can't pronounce, I try to stay away from that word or look it up, because there are different forms of alcohol, as well as different forms of sulfate that you don't want in your shampoo. So this is Care, if you can see that, Facebook and YouTube. Okay. And this is the lather shampoo, the hydrating shampoo, and I use the conditioner that goes with this. Now, I use that on my clients as well as the Design Essentials, the avocado line, which I did not bring with me. but because not every store carries it, but a lot of stores do. I think Sally's is one of them. The different, uh, the Care is a little different in Sally's. It's KC by Care, but it does the same thing, and they're really good. Now, these are my favorite. This is Yes to Naturals, Yes to Carrots for natural hair, and these you can find in Ulta. I think the last couple of times I have found them in like a Burlington or something, or like a TJ Maxx. Actually, yeah, I think that's where I got them from last time with the Burlington, and they're $2.99 a bottle. They're amazing though. This is the shampoo and this is the conditioner, and I use this on my daughter's hair. And then my all-time favorite, which I thought I had the shampoo too, but you can see the name of it. It's Giovanni. Those of you who have sat in my chair, who are my clients, know that I swear by Giovanni products. I love them. This is their direct leave-in, but I use their 50/50 deep moisture shampoo and conditioner. I've also used just the regular one. I think it's called like moisturizing shampoo or something like that. And then I've also used their tea tree shampoo and conditioner. They're amazing. Okay, so I've had people ask me like how often they should shampoo and condition or deep condition their hair. And my suggestion is to always go between 7 to 10 days. You can stretch it to 14 if you'd like. However, it depends on the hairstyle. So I have some clients who love updos but like to keep them in for a very long time. That can dry out your hair depending on how you take care of them. Take care of it. If you're moisturizing your scalp every other day and taking time to like rub your scalp a little bit, you can keep the style in a little bit longer, but try not to go past 3 weeks when you have a protective style that is just your hair. Now, when it comes to protective styling and you have like braids or even like a weave or sew-in or something like that, my suggestion is to 4 to 8 weeks. The reason being is because the hair is surely protected, but you don't want the scalp to dry out too much. And when you do have protective styles like that, what you can use is, and I do not have it with me, I wish I did, but I will make sure to take a picture of it and put it on my page. It is Sea Breeze, but not the Sea Breeze that you buy that you use for your face. You can use it for your face, but it's not that kind. It's the hi to everybody who's vlogging on. You take that and pour it in a spray bottle, put a little bit of water in it, and refresh your scalp with it. Just spray it all over your scalp. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, depending on how long it's been since you've washed your hair, maybe 20. And then you take a damp cloth and rub that scalp really good because you want to wash it. Now, you can use those dry shampoos. I don't suggest them because even though it's a dry shampoo, I always end up rinsing my scalp because the residue that they leave. Eesh. So, yes, Latasha, I love you though, but you do take care of your hair. So listen, she said she has to do a better job with her when she has a protective style. Okay, so we're gonna get to when we shampoo. We'll pull our model back over here so you can see. Can you see Facebook? Okay. So once we've detangled the hair, we're gonna go ahead and shampoo and condition her hair. So we're gonna pretend like her hair has been shampooed and conditioned. And if you're looking for tips on when to deep condition, my suggestion would be to do it at least twice a month. Once a month if you wash your hair more frequently because you're conditioning a lot. I would say once a month. But if you're doing the 7 to 14 days sort of thing, then like, you know, two of those washes should be a deep condition because you're waiting a little bit longer to wash your hair. So, okay, we've already shampooed, we've conditioned her hair. So now we want to go ahead and moisturize. Now, I don't want this to sound like I'm trying to knock off what people have been doing. Most of us who become natural, we go straight to YouTube, right? And there's this method called the LOC method. And as much as I like it, it sounds nice, it doesn't apply in every situation. Reason why I say that is because some of us like to use cream leave-ins, some like to use water-based leave-ins. And if you're someone who uses a cream-based leave-in, it does not work. So the LOC method, for those of you who do not know what that means, that is it is leave-in oil cream, and the cream is, you know, your styling agent. It does not apply if you use a cream-based leave-in. So here is Giovanni cream-based leave-in. It's a little bit thicker. It does have some oil components in here. It's going to be a lot moisturized, a lot of, excuse me. It's going to moisturize the hair a lot more than most leave-in conditioners. However, if you go from this and then put your oil on, your oil is just sitting on top of this. So that kind of dispels the LOC method. Now, I do believe that if you're going to use a water-based leave-in, something that's a little bit thinner, that you can use the LOC method and put the oil on top of your leave-in, because at that point, you know, it's still able to penetrate. You want the oil to be able to penetrate in and seal those ends and to get into that scalp really good versus just sitting on top of your conditioner. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I said that because I know there are some people that swear by the lock method. So now that we have shampooed the hair, we've conditioned it, we're going to go through and moisturize. And I always take an oil, and shameless plug again, the Serenity Naturals oil. And I just take a little bit. I'm going to pretend because I don't want her hair to be all greasy. And I'm going to take about a dime size to a quarter size per section. Now, I say that, and that's up to you to use a dime size to a quarter size. You have to use your discretion when you do that based on the hair. Now, her hair is a little bit softer. It's not as coarse as some of our hair. So I don't need as much oil versus if your hair is a little bit coarser, you know, it's going to be a little bit more harsh. You do want to use a little bit more. So a quarter size per section would be sufficient before you blow dry or style or even put on your leave-in if you're going to use a cream. Okay. So now that we've done that, I also want to show you, because some of you have sons, and she's a girl, but she got a fade, okay? Some of you have sons and you want to know how to keep their hair moisturized after you've shampooed and that sort of thing. So you will do the same thing. I'm actually going to put oil in her because she doesn't have any hair. Take about a dime size, maybe that's a nickel. We'll go from there. And just what you want to do is rub it in really good. Now, some boys who have waves don't like for you to massage their hair. I get it. But they could do that at night before they put their wave cap on and just get in there really good and moisturize the scalp with the oil, but you're also massaging the scalp. What you want to do is stimulate the scalp really well. Okay? When you're doing your boy's hair. And he could do this at night and then have to worry about it in the morning, and go from there. Now, for those who also have waves and things, I have my shea butter hairdress, which I'm actually going to take a little bit of that right now. And literally my fingertip size amount, and just rub it on the hair. And that can be done at night too, before the wave cap goes on. Brush the hair, so forth, so that in the morning all you got to do is really brush the hair and keep it moving, right? Okay, so we're gonna move our boy out of the way. Okay, get our girl back. Okay, so when it comes to moisturizing the hair, my rule of thumb is always going to be like oils on the scalp every other day. Especially if you have a drier scalp. If your child or yourself has a drier scalp, you want to make sure that you are moisturizing your scalp every other day. Because what happens is when we don't do that, it will start to take on the creams. And if you're using water on your hair, it'll take that on, the sweat in your hair, and it'll soak that up, thinking that it's nourishment. And then whatever's in there that's an agent that may have alcohol or some other drying factor will get into that scalp and dry it out, and you don't have anything to combat it with. So we want to make sure that we're using an oil. Now, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of water. If you're using the Serenity Naturals hair growth oil, this is a everyday use. It doesn't necessarily have to go on your scalp every day, but it's at like every other day on your scalp, every day, just on the ends to seal the ends when you're styling your hair. Or if you wake up and you've done like a twist out, just kind of put it on the hair, put it on your hands before you unravel your twist, that sort of thing. Does anybody have any questions so far before we move into the next thing? Just let me know. I'm going to switch out my mannequin heads. Okay. Make sure she's on there. All right. So we're going to start with, we're going to start our style process. And while I'm styling her hair and I'm talking you through the styles, you can ask me anything and I'll try to answer the questions as I'm doing that. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties this morning. Okay, I'm going to grab my stuff and we're going to just start doing some quick styles. I want to make sure that you all are able to do something that is quick, on the fly, especially for your kids. I also want you to be able to know when to shampoo, when to condition, how often, what to use, what to moisturize on your hair. So hopefully I've answered some of those questions for you. If I haven't, please make sure you ask them. I have one person that says, should you put oil on your hair before you put the leave-in conditioner in? Yes. I would suggest putting the oil on and sealing the ends before you put anything else on top of your hair. I feel like water, after you've rinsed your hair and your hair is a little bit damp, the oil is going to soak in a little bit more, a little bit better when you put the oil on first versus putting the oil on after you've put conditioner, because it's just going to sit on top of the conditioner depending on what you use. Now, if you use a water-based conditioner, you can do either way. If it's a cream-based leave-in conditioner, oil first, then the cream. Because again, it's just going to sit on top. Okay, so I forgot to do this. These are two other options to detangle your hair with. when you're using it. And again, the same concept applies with the teeth. So this one is my best friend. I love it. This is a Denman brush, and the teeth are closer together, so it's going to grab those tangles a lot better than this one would. This one is, because the teeth are a little bit further apart, you're still going to miss some of those tangles that are closer. So I say start with this, then use this. And you would use your, bigger wide tooth combs or bigger wide, or the hair. It's going to, you're going to be able to run that comb through really easily because you've given the hair an opportunity to be detangled first. When you don't do it first, then that's when you run into snags. Your kid's crying, you're crying, everybody can't stand wash day, which happens in my house. And I think even though I do all of those things I'm telling you, I think it's because my kid's strenuous when you detangle first. You also give the hair an opportunity to get a little bit of moisture before you take or excuse me, not moisture, but nutrients before you strip it all out. Because when you shampoo, you're taking all of those things out of your hair, but you're kind of giving it a little bit of yes before you shampoo. Okay, so do I have my comb here? I'm going to switch back and forth. I'm going to do styles that are for mommy, and then I'm going to go back and do a similar style for your kid. Okay, so we're going to start with mom, and I'm going to grab a couple of bobby pins. Now, I've had people ask me this question, and because in my mind, I think everybody knows this. It's not true that everybody does not know this. There is a difference between pins. So this one is flat. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. And this one is open. Okay. They do not work the same. They're not for the same thing. So the flat one is more for like, if you want to pin something back like that. Okay. This open one is for like buns or wanting to like take something and make it like a style where you kind of don't want anyone to see your pin, because you're going to see these. You won't necessarily see these. So I always start with the open ones first. You can see that YouTube versus the flats. Okay, so I'm going to put some in my hand, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the front first. And I'm hoping I can kind of turn her in a way that doesn't disrupt us here. And get her in the shot for YouTube. Can you see her? There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is work these up. And I'm still looking at your questions. If you have questions, please ask them. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. And unfortunately, she has this little part in her head. Unfortunately. But we're going to if she'll let me, we're going to just kind of twirl her twists. But I don't want them to be too tightly twirled. And we're going to pin in a nice, neat way. It allows her to have some sort of little swoopy in the front, something cute. And this you can do, like, let's say, for instance, you are wanting to do a twist out, but you really don't feel like taking your twist out and you need to go somewhere. You can do this. Oh, I need to secure her. You can do something like this and go to the store without having to take your twist out. Same thing for your kid. If your kid's wearing twists and, you know, I like to twist my daughter's hair and just kind of let her wear the twist, but then after a while they start to get a little frizzy. She starts to look a little crazy. So we do cute little styles where, you know, it won't look so like what's going on with your head. I'm gonna just take her and do something cute. Now, because it's a mannequin head, she's not gonna look the greatest. And we're doing this kind of quick. Let's see what she's looking like here. Something to where she's kind of, you're pinning straight here. Okay. It could be a little bit more swoopy. She wasn't cooperating so well. Okay. So now we're going to do the back. Now I left the back undone because we're going to try to do something a little funky here. So I'm going to part her. Okay. Somewhat down the middle. And obviously, if you're doing your own hair, you wouldn't go up with your twist. So we're going to go down today. And a flat twist just starts, hopefully you can see. Flat twist starts with 2 pieces. Okay. And we're just going to take those pieces and cross them over. And as we cross, we pick up what's on right. So it's like doing a French braid, but we're twisting. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing that all the way down. Picking up, twisting over, pick up, twist over, pick up, twist over, keep going, right? So we get to the end. And now we twist. Now I am a rope twister. Most of my twist ends up being a rope. And what I mean by that is I actually twist my wrist as I'm twisting. They last longer, the twist outs come out better. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know why I do that, but I've just always done that. And I think that's part of the reason why I don't offer single ease twists as an option for a protective style, because it's not a rope twist process for single ease twists. So yeah. Okay. So I'm going to actually put a clip here and a clip here because she does have a little bit of a slip to her hair. So I don't want the twist to cut down. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to pin her up in a really cute way. And this would be the mommy style. Now, typically, and one of my clients on here, her name's Latasha, she can tell you when it comes to the opposite side, I typically go this way. But for the sake of our video, because it takes me longer to go that way, I will just twist the way my hand wants to go. And you can do the same for yourself. I mean, to go the way that your hand normally doesn't go is harder to do, and it takes a longer time, which is why for most of my clients, I always start on this side because that's the side that typically is the hardest for me. So, okay. So I'm just going to tuck because her ends are so like stringy, I'm gonna tuck this in before I pin it so that she doesn't. And we're doing this quick. It will look very neat on a person. Right now, our mannequin, she cute, but she's not as cute as she would be if it was real hair or a real model. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm looking at your feed. And I thank you guys for watching. Again, our plans got interrupted, but it's okay. Because we're here. And we're getting it. And people who weren't registered got a chance to see, which is nice. I do still want you, whoever's watching, because I just really appreciate you watching me and logging on. If you did not register and I do not have your email, please leave it below, or you can email me at Textures Hair Care LLC, and I will send you the promo code to get 10% off the next webinar. It's not free. And it will not be on live. We're saying that now. We're going to get our stuff together. Also, we're giving away, or we're giving 10% off of our Serenity Natural products as well. And that is an exclusive code. So if you're watching and you didn't have a chance to register, please send me your email address and I will send that to you because I really do appreciate you watching. So, okay, now we're done. And this is the mommy style. Again, she didn't really have a scalp, so it's not going to stick to her like it would to you. But this is the back, and you've got this cute little twist going on, and then we've got the front where we've just pinned her twist and made something cute, like a little swoop here, you know, and you can just go to work, right? Okay, so now we're going to do this same style, and we're going to leave the twist in the back. We're going to do the same thing, but cuter, for a kid. Because I don't know that this is a little too grown for my daughter. She's only 7, and I have a 2-year-old. It's a little too grown. We're going to do something really cute for them. We'll actually do 2 things before we move on to another one. Just taking the pins out. Hi, Leslie. Thank you for watching. Okay. So let's say this is our kid and they have the cute little twist going on in the back, right? We're going to take this top and just kind of make a bun with the twist. Okay, so take that. And I like to be fancy with my buns. So we're just gonna make a twist, but not really round, so that it puffs out a little bit. And then we're gonna separate it. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Really cute. Again, her hair, so even though she's supposed to be a natural hair model, her hair is so just thin. And so we can take this and we can pin it. But because you've done the rope twist, Her hair is going to be like full and really pretty. And you can even pull like some strings down a little bit, make her cute. So now you have the top bun and the back. And honestly, this would work for mom and daughter, you know, if you wanted to. This is okay. So I have one person saying this is so helpful. I always feel like I have to take my twist down to go to work. No, no. Rock those twists, girl, and put a cute little style with it. And then thank you for this. I just went natural a couple months ago and I need ideas. Yay, Leslie. Welcome to the natural hair world. Okay, so now we're going to take this down and we're going to do a kitty style. And the great thing is that her hair is kind of like wavy because what we're going to do next, that will help us. Okay. And so like I told you before, when you're taking these twist downs, you twist down, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of oil on your hands. We're not just going through and untwisting willy-nilly. We need to create a little bit of slip. And so that because your hair gets, depending on what you use, your hair will get really dry. And you don't want to cause any breakage trying to take your twist down. Okay. So now that we've taken all of her twists out, we're going to keep, oh, wait. I have one more in the back. We're going to keep her twists, her two little pigtail twists that are pinned in the back the same. However, we're going to give her, two little pigtails, if you will. But they're going to be cute buns. Uh-oh, she's starting to swivel. No swiveling. Okay. Sierra Lark, does having oil on your hair when taking the twist out help with the frizz? It can. It can, especially because what you want to do when you're taking your twist down after you've twisted your hair and it's dry, you went to sleep or whatever the process is that you did, what you want to do is take the oil and put them all over your twists first, then take a little bit more and put them on your fingers. So as you're unraveling, you're not causing the twist to get frizzy or causing your hair to kind of break down or, causing any breakage when you're trying to take it down. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to make this quick, y'all. Another thing you can do to help with the frizz is to, when you're taking your twist down, I'm just going to put one in here like this. When you're taking the twist down, start at the bottom, but don't, some people do like this and just separate like little by little, and then allow the curl to just kind of do this. Pull from the bottom when you're fluffing. So pull from your ends and fluff it out a little bit instead of pulling in here, because then you're going to cause it to separate and swell. And then that's what causes your frizz. So like just slightly kind of pull on your ends like a little spring little boingy boingy. And then that will cause the curls to kind of fluff out a little bit. You don't have to do it hard or anything like that. You just do it a little bit. And that will help. Because I have no idea how long we've been on. I know it's 12 o'clock. Okay. We'll try one more style really quick after this one. Now I want to answer all of your questions. So if you have anything else for me, please let me know. And Sierra, thank you for that question. It also depends on what you use in the hair. So if you're using a cream versus a gel, and then if you sealed first, sealing meaning you used an oil before you use the cream, that all determines the frizziness of the hair as well. I always say rule of thumb, if you use a gel, heavy on the oil when you use a gel. If you're using a cream, make sure it's a cream that has a lot of oils in it. And that would be reading the back of your label to make sure that you know exactly what's in there. Thanks, Leslie. All right. And when you wrap these twists around, you don't want them to be so tight because you kind of want them to look like, my best description is like Princess Leia, like little Star Wars Princess Leia action where they're a little loose. They're not like really tight. The twists are a little fluffed out. They look more like cinnamon buns than really tight buns. Okay. So that's the front. And again, you can do this and leave it like that and have all of it up, or you can leave the back like what we did. Now for a kid, and I love this style. I actually need to wash my daughter's hair, and she might be getting this next because, well, who wants to do hair every day? Not I. Okay. So we're going to do two quick ponies in the back. And this again is for your daughter. Now, if you want to wear it yourself, that's fine. But you know. Okay. And same thing on this side. Thank you for those who are hanging in with us. If you just joined us, thank you. I appreciate it. For those of you who didn't hear me say this because you may have just came on, please send me your email. You can either leave it below or email textureshaircarellc@gmail.com and give me your email because I really do want to bless you with the coupon codes for the next webinar as well as our Serenity Natural Hair products. And we're giving 10% off both. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and braid this. Just braid. And I promise you for the next webinar, we're going to work out our technical difficulties. Okay. We got it. And we had 30 people on watching us. How about that? I like it. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay. And for those of you who did register and didn't get to catch the whole thing because maybe you didn't know we were on live or whatever the case may be, I promise to send you the link to the actual video so that you can watch it. Okay? All right. This is what we're basically doing, is taking this and putting it in there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and braid this other side. If you're not familiar with the Serenity Natural Hair products, I do make a shea butter hair dress. It is made to order with love, and they are all prayed over. It has shea butter, coconut oil, aloe vera gel, olive oil, honey, organic honey. Everything's organic, actually, in it, and it's amazing. It will hold a style very well. Just ask Miss Latasha Anderson, who is on our Facebook Live. I use it on her hair when she comes to get her hair done. I also use it on my daughter's hair. It is amazing. And then we also have a hair growth oil that I swear by. I promise you, my kids, even my 2-year-old, has hair down her back. I've been using it on her hair since she was a baby. One of my kids is getting this hairstyle this weekend. I'm gonna wait though, because we might go swimming. It's so hot. Okay. All right. So we took the back and we put it into ponytails and we braided it and crisscrossed our braid in the back. And then she's got 2 ponytails in the front. How cute is that for your daughter, right? Or yourself, if that's what you want to do. So now we're going to do something really simple and easy. And this can be done on yourself, your daughter, whomever. If you're running late, it's very quick. You can actually do it the night before. I do. Tie your kid's hair up in the morning. Take your little toothbrush or your brush and slick those baby hairs down, and off they go. Want to make sure that you all know about some styles that will be easy and quick for you, especially when it comes to your kids, because who wants to deal with doing hair for more than 2 minutes in the morning? Not me. Not me at all. I'm going to set it before we go to bed, girl, if we can. Sometimes we get to a point where we get so busy that we can't. But if your child's scarf or bonnet doesn't come off at night, which, by the way, and she's on here, if you want a custom bonnet, Viva's Closet makes these amazing custom hair bonnets. They have satin in the inside and whatever pattern or color you want on the outside. Truly amazing. My kids have one and they do not come off. So for those of you who have trouble with your staying on, she can measure your head, or you send her your head measurements and get you all the way together. Okay. So we're going to do something quick, and I'm sure everybody has done this. I actually wore my hair like this a lot when I was a loose natural because it's quick and easy. Okay, so we're going to move her over. And for more hairstyles, especially protective styles, the upcoming webinar that is going to be June 29th is going to teach you how to crochet. I'm going to teach you how to braid, add hair into your braids. I'm also going to teach you how to cornrow with and without hair the proper way, with less tension on the hair. Okay. Hopefully you can see her. Maybe she comes this way and I go over here. Okay. Nope, not Facebook. Oh, here we go. Okay. YouTube, are you good? Okay. So we're going to do a flat twist and pin. You're welcome, Viva. Little plug for my Viva's closet. Okay. So here we go. Again, 2 pieces right here. And we're going to twist and pick up and go all the way down. And if you're fancy, you can move it a little bit closer to the hairline and pull the hair from the part so that it looks a little fancier than just the regular 2-strand flat twist. The more you practice this, the better it becomes. The better you get at it, the fancier you can get with doing it. Okay. And so we have one side done. You can see that. Okay. And I like mine tight unless I'm like gonna redo it the next day, then I'll and you can always take it and just puff it out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna clip her up and do the other side. Okay. And get fancy with the part. I love a good part. I don't know why. I'm all about a good part. Now this is the side, because this side was so easy to do when we go up. I don't like to twist the way I would normally twist and then I have the twist going this way. I like to go up. So this side might take me a little bit longer because I'm going the opposite way. I'm still gonna pull in and twist over, or grab and pull and twist over. It just takes me a little while to get in the groove on the opposite side, because I'm going the way my hair does. My hand wants to go a different way than what I would normally do. Hopefully I'm not mumbling and you can hear me. Okay. Once I've done a few on this side, I can get in my groove a little bit better. But to start out, it's a little different because you're going the opposite way of the way your hand wants to naturally go. But just to make sure that your style is cohesive. Okie dokie. Hi, Auntie Van. How are you? I feel like there's people watching. I don't know who it is. So if you're, say hello. you're watching. Hi, Shaterica. Hi, Mika. Hello. I can see you now that you popped in. Okay. So now I'm going to just, when the clip wants to release her. Okay. I'm going to twist the bottom because her hair is a little bit loose. It's a little straighter than what we would normally have. Just to keep some of these little straggly ends in there. And I'm going to tuck the hair. And you can do it however you want to. You can take each side and pull it to the side if you want. Her hair is not going to cooperate and do that. And we're going to pin. Now, in this case, I'm going to take the flat pins because this was going to allow me to hold it just a little bit better than with the open pin. Okay, again, we're going to use our flat pin versus the open ones. Okay. Because she doesn't have a scalp, there's really nothing to put it up to. So they might slip a little bit. So excuse me, but that's okay. On the next webinar, we're going to have a real model. Okay. We're getting her together. Let me know if you have any questions. If you thought of anything from some of the things we did earlier. All right. So this is the finish of the back. And again, like I told you before, with the flat pins, you're going to be able to see them. I typically have black ones for those who have blacker hair, but I couldn't find them for this video. So we're going to go with the brown ones. So that's why you can see them. But see how her twists just kind of come together, and it's a little to the side. So she's got kind of a little swoop thing going in the front. And we can puff these out, puff this side out a little bit to make her look a little elegant. But this is something quick that you can do. Hi, my Dee. Mama D, hello. This is something quick that you can do with your hair, child's hair. Just twist, keep it pushing. And I like to do these at night. That way we don't have to worry about doing it in the morning before it's time to go to school or work or whatever. And just wrap the hair up and go. Again, if you need a new bonnet, a good bonnet that won't slip off in the middle of the night, like mine sometimes does, Viva's Closet, custom bonnets. Okay, guys, I totally appreciate you all for logging in. Through our technical difficulties, we got it together. And we are live on YouTube as well as Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I appreciate you all. Check out my website at www.textureshaircare.weebly.com. It's also in the link above on my Facebook page. Make sure that you follow me on Facebook. Well, like my page on Facebook and follow me on Instagram. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel because I might just go straight to YouTube and post the video. You never know. But thank you guys. Even through what happened this morning, it will not happen again for the next one. I promise. So for those of you who couldn't catch the beginning, you can catch the replay. I'm going to post this and keep it up on my Facebook page. It will also be on my YouTube, so you can go ahead and watch it, do the playbacks, take notes, whatever you need to do. Make sure to join me for our webinar June 29th. That one's going to start an hour early because it's a 2-hour webinar. It's going to go from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the coupon code will be emailed to all of those who registered, as well as some of you who are on that just happen to log on and see this video because we're live and we weren't going to be. But I appreciate you watching. If you will email me at Textures, that's TEXTURS, haircare LLC @gmail.com, I will send you the exclusive coupon code so that you can get 10% off the next webinar, as well as 10% off all of the Serenity Naturals hair care products on our website. Thank you so much, guys. I really, truly appreciate you. Have a great one. Bye.